What if the moon simply vanished? No warning, no explosion, just gone. The moon isn't just decoration in the sky. For 4.5 billion years, it's been the invisible hand shaping every wave, every season, every heartbeat of life on Earth. Tonight, that hand lets go, and the world we know begins to unravel. Dr. Sarah Chen stares at her monitor in the Mauna Kea Observatory. The lunar tracker shows nothing. Empty space. Within minutes, every space agency on Earth confirms it. The moon is gone. The first tide should arrive at 2:47 a.m. along the Japanese coast. It doesn't. Fishermen stare at water that sits eerily still like glass. When the sun's weaker gravity finally pulls, a confused surge floods the docks. Unpredictable. Wrong. By sunrise, coastlines worldwide face chaos. Bangladesh villages flood without warning. Nova Scotia harbours drain, leaving boats stranded on wet sand. The ocean's heartbeat stutters. Beneath the surface, ancient rhythms break. Coral polyps release their gametes at the wrong time. They die by billions. Sea turtles circle in confusion. Tide pools either drown under irregular surges or bake dry under the sun. We need answers! The UN Secretary-General's voice cuts through chaos. A marine biologist speaks, her voice tight. Phytoplankton depend on lunar tidal mixing. Without it, we're looking at ecosystem collapse within weeks. In Portland, 6-year-old Emma draws the moon with a sad face and asks, "Mommy, did the moon run away because we didn't take care of it?" Her mother has no answer. The ocean food chain collapses from the bottom up. Phytoplankton blooms fail. Krill populations crash. Whales beach themselves in record numbers. Commercial fishing industries grind to a halt. There's simply nothing to catch. In Oslo, Chef Magnus closes his 3-generation family restaurant for the last time, leaving a note. The ocean is sick. We'll return when it heals. Dr. James Okonkwo publishes models projecting Earth's axial tilt over the next 500 years. Earth's axis, once steady at 23.5 degrees, begins to drift. Over centuries, it could swing anywhere from 0 to 85 degrees. 0 degrees means no seasons. 85 degrees means poles facing the sun directly. Century-long summers and winters. Temperate zones will shift thousands of miles. Farmland becoming desert. Tundra becoming forest. Can we stop it? A reporter asks. Long silence. No, we can only adapt. Humanity fights back. In Amsterdam, engineers propose Tide Maker, massive offshore pumps that artificially circulate water. The first prototype costs $40 billion and services just 200 kilometers of coastline, but it works. Fish return. Coral begins to recover. The ESA and China collaborate on Project Selene, orbital mirrors reflecting sunlight at night, recreating the moon's glow. That night, millions witness the new moon. It's brighter than the original and colder. The light has a blue-white tint that feels medical, sterile. In Madrid, old Carmen stands on her balcony. She remembers moonlight on her wedding night, soft and warm. This new light is beautiful, she supposes. But it's not the same. A year without the moon. Coastal tide maker installations now circle every major port, humming day and night. Marine biologists release genetically adapted plankton strains. It's playing God with the ocean, but the alternative is watching it die. Emma, now 7, sits in a classroom where a holographic moon rotates above the teacher's desk. The moon gave us tides, seasons, and stability, her teacher explains. We're learning to live without it, but we must never forget. Emma raises her hand. Will it ever come back? The teacher's smile is sad. No, sweetheart. But we carry it with us now. The moon had been Earth's brake pedal. Without it, Earth spins faster. By year 50, a day is 23 hours and 47 minutes. It seems minor until ecosystems fail to adapt. Birds migrate early, arriving before food appears. Flowers bloom out of sync with pollinators. Crops wither because growth cycles no longer match daylight. Humans adapt through circadian implants, photonic cells embedded beneath skin that pulse with light, helping maintain sleep rhythms. By year 50, half the population has them. In Seoul, teenager Min-jun shows off his new implant. It pulses blue through his wrist. His grandmother touches it gently. "When I was young," she whispers, "the moon did this for free." Climate zones begin their inexorable march. The Mediterranean becomes desert. Siberia becomes temperate. The Amazon faces drought, while the Sahara sees rain for the first time in millennia. Phoenix becomes uninhabitable. Greenland sees construction booms. The first climate nomads emerge, millions who move continuously, chasing habitable zones. An old documentary resurfaces showing Dr. Okonkwo, now elderly, standing in what was once Nairobi. People ask if we'll survive this. Of course we will. The question isn't survival, it's whether we'll survive with our culture, our compassion, our wonder intact. That's what the moon protected. So far, I think we're doing okay. Not great, but okay. The ocean adapts in unexpected ways. Bioluminescent species explode in diversity. The night ocean becomes a galaxy of living light, jellyfish that pulse like stars, fish that trail constellations, plankton that swirl in glowing clouds. On land, plants begin to glow. By year 150, walking through forests at night is like wandering through fairy tales. Trees glow faintly green. Flowers pulse with soft blue light. A child in Canada touches a glowing flower and asks, "Is this what the moon looked like?" "No," her father says gently, "but it's what came after." The world finding its own light. 1,000 years have passed. Earth now wears a ring. Debris from the moon's disappearance captured by gravity, spreading into a thin halo that glitters from space. The continents have shifted. The Amazon is savanna. Antarctica is tundra with hardy settlements. The Sahara is grassland. The Earth's crust, once flexed gently by lunar gravity, now releases energy in violent bursts. Supervolcanoes erupt more frequently. The planet is geologically restless. Evolution has had a millennium to experiment. Mammals with bioluminescent patches navigate darker nights. Birds sing at different frequencies. Insects follow artificial rhythms of tide makers and orbital mirrors, technology shaping evolution. Humanity has become multi-planetary. Colonies dot the solar system. Mars hosts 3 million people. Europa shelters research stations. And on each new world, humanity looks for moons. They've learned. On Kepler 442b's moon, a child named Zara stands under twin moons and asks her grandmother about Earth's moon. "Tell me again," Zara whispers. Her grandmother, born on Earth 200 years ago, preserved by relativistic travel, smiles. It was smaller than these, but somehow it filled the whole sky. When it disappeared, we learned that even the eternal can vanish, but we also learned its lessons: balance, rhythm, wonder, those we could carry with us. Across space, across time. On Mars stands the Museum of the Moon, humanity's memorial to what was lost. Inside, holographic projections recreate the Apollo landings. Children walk through simulations of lunar phases. An elderly man named Hassan, age 1012, stands before a massive projection of the moon, rotating slowly. Tears stream down his face. "I was 12 when it disappeared. I'd give anything to see it again. Not in here, out there." Real A museum guide approaches. What we lost in presence, we gained in appreciation. Hassan touches the hologram, his hand passing through. "I'd rather have taken it for granted and kept it forever." 10,000 years. Earth is now a planet of light. Bioluminescent forests glow across every continent. The oceans pulse with living galaxies. At night, the planet itself seems to shine, a jewel floating in darkness. Humanity has evolved. Photonic cells are genetic now. Children are born with the ability to adjust their circadian rhythms consciously. Eyes have adapted to lower light. But more importantly, cultures have evolved. Every human society, whether on Earth or distant colonies orbiting other stars, celebrates the festival of the lost moon. A night where all artificial lights dim and people gather to tell stories. An elder speaks, her voice carried by quantum networks across light years. 10,000 years ago, we lost our companion. We believed we had lost everything. We panicked, we despaired. But the moon's final gift wasn't stability. It was the lesson of impermanence. Everything ends, moons vanish, stars die. But impermanence doesn't mean insignificance. The moon shaped every heartbeat of life, and in disappearing it shaped every choice, every innovation, every moment of courage that followed. We honor it not by recreating it, but by becoming worthy of its memory, by protecting the moons we have now, by understanding that stability is precious because it's temporary. The moon is gone, but its light lives in every tide we create, every rhythm we restore, every night we choose to look up and wonder. On Earth, a child named Aria stands in a forest that glows with soft green light. She's never seen the moon. Neither did her parents, stretching back 400 generations, but she knows the stories. She closes her eyes and imagines it, a silver circle rising over the horizon, painting the world in gentle light. She opens her eyes, the forest glows around her, the stars burn above. The debris ring glitters faintly, and she realizes the moon taught us to look up. So she does, she looks up. And in that moment, across time, across space, the moon rises again, not in the sky, in memory, in wonder, in the unbreakable human habit of finding light in the darkness. The moon never really belonged to the sky. It belonged to us. And as long as we remember to look up, it always will.